Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. John Lackey is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, guys, I'm not so sure he made a lot of friends in his last outing. Only threw 4 innings. Didn't get a decision. Going to have to do a lot better job here in this one.
A.J. Pollock makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And the first pitch of the afternoon misses for ball 1, and that's how things get underway here at Wrigley. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in game number 2.
Time now to look at the Diamondbacks' starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He's a guy you cannot fall asleep on when he gets on board because he will run on you. He's in the top 5 in steals in the National League, and we'll see if he can add to his total in this one.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, when you talk about elite defensive outfielders, this guy's at the top of anyone's list. Jason Heyward can cover ground. He's got an unbelievable arm. And when you're talking about defensive runs saved, there aren't a lot better.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Russell has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a 1-2-3 first for John Lackey. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Shelby Miller, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this one.
Jason Heyward is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. EK, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
And they've split the first 4 games on this road trip, so lately they're in a bit of a holding pattern, but they could be ready to break out right here.
Liner towards second, and that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Settling in now, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Still 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Pollock. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Just don't be stupid up there. Don't chase balls out of the zone. Move guys along when the situation calls for it. Play the game.
Anthony Rizzo Gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. Miller sets. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Kyle Schwarber will make his way in now. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Tomas has a read on it. And that's the third out. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. David Peralta will take his first swings here. And as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Hayward. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Brandon Drury will dig in now. And as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign. Lackey looks in. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Down the third baseline. Throw to first gets him, and Lackey looks to be in control here. There are 2 away.
Batting sixth, shortstop,
Chris Owings will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run.
Well, when you're hitting under 200 for the season, games like yesterday are going to happen on a regular basis.
On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. In is Jay, but this ball's in front of him for a base hit.
And after setting down the first 5 to start the afternoon, he finally gives up his first hit here with 2 outs in the second. And that's important because you don't want to let a guy coast through these early innings. You want to mount at least a little bit of pressure out there.
And the runner back easily. Yasmani Tomas is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Addison Russell will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night. We'll jump ahead and pick this one up in the top of inning number 3. Oscar Hernandez is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. Right back at it now is Lackey as he gets ahead to start the frame. It's strike 1. We'll move ahead now to the top of inning number 4. Jake Lamb is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber has a beat on it. 1 out. Paul Goldschmidt stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Lackey steps into the windup. Here's the pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Digging for second is Goldschmidt. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Up next for the Diamondbacks,
David Peralta is at the plate now. Flied out at his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Stepping in now, Brandon Drury. Belted high in the air out to left. Schwarber racing back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as the D-backs have now taken a 3-0 lead. And as the folks here at Wrigleyville are prone to do, that home run ball will make its way right back onto left field. So there. Into the box now, Chris Owings. He reached on a single in his first try.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
And that misses inside, 1-0. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
He's set. Here it comes. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
And let's see now.
Oscar Hernandez will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
The pitcher, number 20.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Into the box now, Shelby Miller trying to give himself up here, but this is foul, so the runners will return. Bunt attempt, and it looks like a good one. Throw to first in time, and you got to question this decision as this side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. To the bottom. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. John Jay Gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in. If you're flirting with a little bit.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. A.J. Pollock will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Schwarber looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to left, and the Diamondbacks have stretched their lead now to 4-0.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
Paul Goldschmidt digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Chopped weakly to the left. Bryant with the bare hand. It's in time.
Woo, no problem. Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
In now, David Peralta. Hit hard to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run. No. Miguel Montero will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far.
Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Uehara's ready. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Owings. He singled his last time up. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Boy, I think it's time to start being a decision maker up there. Either take it or leave it. But that's twice in a row. He's gone halfway.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called 3rd strike.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Hit on the ground to short. Russell's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So Chris Bryant will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Ben Zobrist will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. First pitch on its way. Runners off for second. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Catch made out there by Pollock, and there are two away now. John Jay will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line softly toward the hole. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. 7th inning coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Cubs 2. Oscar Hernandez is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. A.J. Pollock will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Uehara pauses. Here it is on 0-1. Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And when you're trying to think down in the zone, that's a pitch you're just not prepared to see. I think it just caught him off guard there as this is in there at the letters.
Jake Lamb standing in now. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Lifted the other way to left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Arizona, but they still lead this one 4-2. Miguel Montero will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
Seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Andrew Chafin is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Jason Hayward will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now. Seventh inning here at the ballpark, 4-2 our score. Now a look and a throwback to second. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Drury comes up with it. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Now batting, third baseman
Chris Bryant comes to the plate now, representing the potential tying run.
Well, if he gets a pitch to drive right here, you can bet that he's going to give it a rip. But at the very least, they need a productive AB out of him right here.
And that will conclude matters here in the seventh. One left for the Cubs. Still down by a count of 4-2. Justin Grimm will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Paul Goldschmidt, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. And he gets ahead with the curveball, strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Fastball called for strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Showtrack. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Into the box, David Peralta. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. Solo shot to right center. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Oh, and insurance runs come at a premium at this late stage of the ball game. And like you said, Matty, that makes this a 3-run game now. And they still need to get 6 outs. But at least now you've got a little bit of breathing room.
Breaks is bad as this one's popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Shortstop, Chris.
Into the box, Chris Owings. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field. And for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Oh, that's a huge home run right here in the 8th because that moves the lead to 4 runs now. Of course, a lot can happen between now and the bottom of the ninth. But for the time being, you wonder if they even need to turn to their closer in what would be a non-save situation.
Lifted in the air out to right. And Hayward will make the catch, and that leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
John Jay will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, this is a pretty hard-hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate. But he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. Pollock is under it. And that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 9th inning coming up. D-backs kicking off the top of the 9th. Oscar Hernandez, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Hit sharply toward the right side. Hayward is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. This is hit softly to third. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but this is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Runner goes for second. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward moves over. 2 down. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit's all they get. Nothing for the Diamondbacks in there. Wilson Contreras will be summoned a pinch hit here to start the bottom of the 9th. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Fernando Rodney is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, and he turns on this fastball and sends it out to deep left field. And I would say he got just about all of that one as this ball is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
One rule for being a successful closer, you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. And he's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Here's Jason Hayward now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Rodney's ready. Here's the 1-2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2.
Yeah, all hard stuff here to get ahead, but now they're trying to get him out with a breaking ball, and he's not falling for it.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman,
Chris Bryant will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped foul right at home plate. Too high. 1-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Hard liner toward short. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
first baseman number 44,
Anthony Rizzo gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Well, he did serve up the home run here to make this one a little bit more interesting. But in the end, he does get the job done, and he nails down the save.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And fellas, as always, a few guys